Good morning. Good morning. Amy, let's you and I do the countdown. 5, 4,
4, 3,
3,
2,
2,
1. Let's go.
Let's go. They tried to throw us a curveball, figuring it out Friday. Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's doing good. Welcome to Figure It Out Friday. And I'm telling you what, I think Brock was figuring out Friday or yesterday, last night. Can you lead the morning? Can you lead? I'm like, yeah, I got you, man. I got you. I was kind of okay with it. And then I found out Amy Cain. I'm like, get me in there. I'm in. Sign me up. Sign me up. Excited to be here. Figured Out Fridays are always fun because, we just try to figure it out. And we learn about other people who are trying to figure it out or still trying to figure it out. And a lot of times we figure things out just by listening to other people and their story and how they overcome obstacles or what have you. So I'm excited to be here this morning with you as we close this week out. And our leader, Mr. Brock, is over there living the Kenny Chesney life. I seen him on a boat or something in a straw hat. And actually somebody said, can't remember who it was. I thought that was Kenny Chesney for a minute. So he's having a good time. And I know his team is appreciating time with him and vice versa. So welcome to Figure It Out Friday. We are here with Amy Cain, Miss Train With Cain. We're excited to be talking to her today. And I don't do a lot of these, so I'm going to not pretend to be like Brock, but try to be like Brock just a bit on how he runs this. So Amy Cain. She is a mother of 2, but she's got a husband, Justin.
Which
he's
is
on
basically
here.
a third.
That's what I thought. So Amy, let's get right into it. Let's talk about who is Amy Cain and where are you calling in from? I know most of people know her, but let's just start this conversation. Let's roll with it.
Man, I just want to say thank you so much for having me on and letting me, talk to you all about, myself and the process and the journey that I've been going through. So thank you so much for having me on. I'm calling live and in color and in person from Fort Mill, South Carolina. Let's go. Who's ready? Who's getting fired up today? I see Jennifer on and Bethany, Sherry Double R. We got 2 Sherrys on Train with Cain. So we got Sherry Double R on. Jill,
Amy,
let's go.
Let's don't forget to say put a 5 in the chat. Put a 5 in chat.
Oh, today's a 7. We're putting 7s in the chat. We're putting 7.
Right.
Yeah, we're going with 7 today. We're going with 7. Everyone put a 7 in that chat. Let's get all fired up. We played some games today, so I'm already pushed up in. All right, so a little bit about me and the journey that I've been on. All right, so first off, thank you again for having me on. A defining moment of when I started and transitioned my world here into, I've been working at corporate America in Navant Health, so a hospital, big hospital in their IT department. And when the uncertainty happens of not knowing what is next, not knowing if you are going to have a job tomorrow or not, that's when I had to make a switch in my mind. And I said, I need to change where I'm going in this direction. And I need to know the confidence that I have in myself and bring it on and help other women to see how greatness, wellness is in their mind, their body, and their soul. Starting off as a young athlete, going into, I played college basketball and college soccer. Going into that real world afterwards, right? So I started becoming a consultant and I was on the road a lot during all this consulting world. I'm flying to Chicago, I'm flying to California, I'm flying everywhere, late night meetings, networking, what happens at networking events, all this food, all this drinking that happens because you have to network with all these other people everyone is. It's that society. That's when I had to take a break. And I realized in myself that I lost something, and I lost my soul, and I lost my strength to say no, and I lost where I was going as a person. And I wanted to share this part of the story with y'all because there's always a reset button. There's always a time to take a moment, take that deep breath in, look at yourself in the mirror, and make sure you're going in the path that you want to go in. And I want
Amy,
to know that.
let me interrupt real quick.
That.
Amy, let me ask you a question. When you was going through that, do you feel like you just were had gotten on that hamster wheel and you were just going with the flow? You were kind of, just kind of adapted to that world, and this is my routine, this is what I do, and you were lacking being present and who you are? Is that kind of what I'm hearing?
Absolutely. I was young. I don't know any better. I'm going through the motions. Okay, you want me to go to Chicago this weekend, like this week? Sure. Here we go. I get on a jet plane on, Sundays, be there all day. Just going through the motions, going through, these meetings, going through, these networking events. And it doesn't do anything. The networking events make you build networks, but this was not a networking event for myself and showing them who I am. It was more of these dinners and stuff like that for smoothing over clients and stuff like that.
Gotcha. Was there a little event or that happened, or was it kind of internal that made you realize, okay, well, let me step back just a little bit and let me reassess this whole situation? What is that?
Yeah. So the biggest event happened when I was going to a high school reunion. All right, back in Massachusetts. We lived down here in North Carolina, and it was going into a high school reunion, 20-year high school reunion, and my energy has changed. I didn't have a lot of energy. Confidence was kind of slacking a little bit, and my friend goes, "Hey, Amy, we're gonna go. I'm gonna stay at her house. I have my 2 kids with me. My husband's gonna meet me there, but I'm driving from South Carolina to Massachusetts in the car with my 2 kids." And it was like, we're gonna go to a bike cycling class. And I'm like, yeah, sure. I played it all cool. Like, yeah, let's do this. But let me tell you guys, I did not work out, I was in this consulting world of traveling that I didn't work out for over 10 years. So when she presented this offer of we're going to go here, and I was like, yeah, sure. My heart's like beating galore. Like it's beating fast. And I find myself in this cycling room. The trainer turns off, down the lights, up the music, and it's like, this is your ride. What are you going to do with it? And everyone's like bumping up the resistance and like really going hard. I'm like sweating, but I'm crying. And I literally have tears in my eyes because you know why? I am feeling that I lost something that was a part of me that was so important, but I didn't realize it was that important until I lost that moment. And when I got into that moment and realized, man, this is what I need. I literally came back that Monday morning and signed up for the Y. And my husband, he's been the biggest supporter for me, is like, we can do this together. And, I want you to work out. And I was always with the kids. And there was like one excuse, right? Like, hey, I'm going to go to the gym. And it wasn't like he was going to be like, no, you're not going to go to the gym. He was like, all right, go get your time in. And that's what really helped me push to the limit of where I'm at today.
Put a 7 in the chat if you totally can see the fruit of her labor and her decision. of making that switch. Because let me tell you something, you are an inspiration to many. You really are. And your energy, I don't know if it just runs in the family because you're Brock's cousin, right? Y'all are cousins. I don't
Yes.
know if it's just in the blood or what, but you yayed up all, I get yayed up every once in a while, but you are yayed up all the time, but in a good way. I'm giving total props to that. You are an inspiration. You believe in what you do. I see and hear the conviction. So that is a true leader that I believe is truly walking in their purpose with conviction. And I just want to say, kudos to you for realizing that you had lost that, but understanding there is a restart button. We all have a restart button, Control Alt Delete, as Rebecca says, and we can make a change. And give a shout out to your third child over there too, Justin, because I can see that he is a great guy and I can see how he can support you or would support you. And you guys are really a good team. So let's fast forward a bit. You're still corporate, all right, but you started gaining what you had lost back. You began that journey of working out. Kind of tell us how this became more and more important to you, and almost, like I said, like a calling and your mission now. What does that look like?
Yeah, it really was a calling. So me working out, gaining in that confidence is like, man, I want to help other people because there's so many people that have lost their workout, they're lost, they're eating, they can't get off the couch, they are losing themselves, and that's just by moving builds energy, builds confidence. Just going for a walk, doing simple movements with your body will build into that moment to move. And that's where I want to really like the strength, the confidence, and the purpose of what I do is to help others find that within themselves, to transform themselves into that correct mindset. It's a mindset thing. It's a habit. It's not like I have to do this. It's, I get to do this and I'm looking forward to it. If I don't work out in the morning, I'm like, man, I got to get it in. How am I going to get it in? And that's because it's a habit to me. And that's where I promise you that where you build that strength and where you build in that confidence, it creates a better purpose for you in your jobs, in your life, with kids, a better attitude, and it's just overall 100% better.
So, Amy, would you say that had you not gone through what you went through, do you feel like you would be where you are right now? What I'm getting at, let me give you, if you're not picking up what I'm putting down, we have to go through it to get to it, to where you are right now. You had to go through that mess and that time to realize just how bad it was. But guess what? You were being equipped. You were being equipped this whole time because now you can help people and you can empathize with them and meet them where they are and say, you know what? I know how you feel because I was boom, boom, boom.
Exactly.
A lot of times we have to go through the crap. We have to go through the crap to get to the calling. That's a part of the calling. So I wanted to make sure people understood that the very junk that we're going through, if we have the right mindset, it's just equipping us for what we're called to do.
Yeah, if I didn't go through, you know, and every stage is different, right? Everyone's stages in life are different. And I'm really like, I love doing the consultant and flying. I thought that was cool, exploring new areas, but I didn't realize I was losing myself internally. But now that I'm here and I'm creating Train With Cain, I do want to say I'm opening up a new facility, expanding out. I'm opening up a new facility. December 13th is opening day, ribbon cutting, balloon arts, face painting for the children. Come on out. I want you guys all to come out in Baxter Village. That's in Fort Mill, South Carolina. I want you guys to come out and totally get in the groove here. Just come support me and come out and be part of Train With Cain with the energy and the love for what I do. I would love you guys to come out here. And then also, I want to just offer a free week to everybody on this call. If y'all want a nutrition plan for a week, I can provide that on your favorite foods that you can eat. It's all about eating healthy. You can work out, 80% of the time, it's all about eating a nice, healthy diet and working out to build in that relationship. Building up that core attaches the whole body. That's the mindset of Train With Cain, is the core work. So core work is your midsection, which connects your top half and your bottom half, your back. Everything is connected. It's the backbone of what we do, is the core work. So I want to make sure y'all know that there's a lot of ab work that I do. And that's because when you have a nice ab section, you can build up endurance and your confidence is built up through there. So,
all right.
Free week if you want to train with me. And then December 13th is the opening day, Baxter Village.
That's huge. That is so huge. Now I want to I might get punched, next week maybe, because I think Justin and I may be meeting up. I don't know if he's in town. We might do lunch. But Justin, can you come off of mute for a second and just how proud are you of Amy? Because you've seen her go through this. And I don't mean to put you on the spot, but I just think it's an appropriate time. If you want to, you better. If you can figure out that mute button, just tell me how proud you are of your wife. I think he's struggling. We're going to give him a pass. Amy, don't hold that against him, okay? I think he's got something going on with his phone.
Silence is always a good thing, right?
That's right. That's right.
There he is.
So, maybe he's talking to somebody, possibly. We're going to leave it at that.
Oh, look at my mom. My mom's on here too. Give it up. My mom's waving right here. Here's my number one biggest supporter right here. Mer.
Hey, Mama, how are you?
Yeah, Mer right here. She's awesome. She comes to all my events and just supports me. Thank you very much, Mom, for showing up. Let's go. I love it.
Well, I do think that there has been some people on here that has worked out with you, maybe at Key West. Would any of y'all want to come off and just say what it was like working out with Amy?
Hey, good morning. This is Diane Hall. Of course, I had to come off of mute, but you're going to get my picture and not the way I look right now. Sorry. I found myself getting up super early, day 2, and walking out to that dark parking lot and getting scared by a rooster. Because that's startling, and walking in and going, I'm just doing this. I'm trusting the process because I know Amy's out there right now. I hear music in the distance, and we had hung out the night before. I had a few beverages, but I said, I'm going because Amy said she's going to be there, and I'm going if she's there. So she's there, speaker, parking lot. I'm the early bird, oddly. And that to me, man, was so great. That workout, it really meant a lot to me. And that was really my jump start to getting back into just moving more and lifting more. We all have lulls in life. Sometimes you just need that inspiration to get up off your butt and move, whether it looks like walking or lifting or, Pilates. But Amy, you're very inspiring. And I knew you were going to build something so great out of that moment in Key West. So bravo, sister. And I'll see you on the 13th.
Oh, let's go.
So awesome. So awesome.
I have to come off of mute too. I met Amy, jumped into the push-up competition thing that was going on in Key West. We stayed off site, so it wasn't as easily available to go to those workout mornings. But I used to hold a certification in personal training. I've done bodybuilding, blah, 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 blah. However, just like Amy was talking about, like reigniting the passion for working out and the mindset. As an athlete, I didn't go to college for athletics. My kids have, but just reigniting that and finding myself, this walk challenge has done some amazing things in my life, and just reigniting because of Amy and her willingness to step out and be bold and be uncomfortable at times has encouraged me to get back into putting myself first, waking up, getting up. I'm all in. You may have seen me. I'm not going to go back to the camera, but I'm in my reflective. I'm starting walking in the dark, and that's all because of Amy just reigniting that in Key West. And super proud of what you're doing, Amy. And it's very encouraging. So that's my 2 cents, and I appreciate that.
Thank you, Jennifer. Appreciate that.
So Amy, how does that make you feel that's what I call internal profit. When you can make an impact on somebody, encourage somebody that is life-changing, might I add, that's something you can't put value on other than that internal profit. It's invaluable. How does that make you feel, hearing her say that?
Unbelievable. Speechless. Honored to just hear those words. And, I'm nervous and uncomfortable right now. I'm nervous and uncomfortable probably a lot of more times than y'all think, because it's growing. That just means I'm growing. And I absolutely love, love, love hearing these messages. I get text messages. Hey, I'm able to fit into these pants, or they're a little bit looser, right? They're not so tight in the waist. And honestly, this is why I do this. It's not for me. It's for you all, and to realize that anyone can restart, and anyone can make this transformation. And I absolutely just love hearing it. And one more plug for my mom is that step challenge that Jennifer is referring to. My mom is 70 plus years old, and she went from the step challenge was week 1, 6,000, week 2, 8,000, week 3, 10,000, and week 4 was 12,000 steps per day. And my mom, 70 plus years old, did every day and met those challenges. And that was
That's
like
awesome.
Unbelievable. This is why I was like, man, that was just a success right there, that my mom went through it, because that got her moving, and that got her working out, to know that movement is important in your life, no matter what stage you are in. If you're 30s, 40s, 50s, 70s, doesn't matter. You got to keep moving. So know that I'm super proud of my mom for even accepting that challenge and conquering it, crushing it.
That is awesome. Awesome. Dee, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I got to say something. Let me say something.
Say
Dee.
something, Dee. Say something.
So the first day of the workout in Key West, I did not participate, but my daughter came in and she said, "Mom, you missed out." And so it gave me FOMO, right? So then I got up the second day and did it, and I hadn't worked out in a bazillion years. Like, I can't even say it was 10 years. It was a lot. And since then, got back from Key West and worked out with Amy right away. I bought my first weights. I bought my bands. I bought, my stuff to get, like, we're doing this. And I'll tell you, and we're doing a little private coaching too. And the mindset that she gave me, and it was just like, no, you got this. You got this. And it was like, okay, I did the push-up challenge and I had to videotape myself, and that was very embarrassing. But she's just an inspiration. We went down and supported her her workout down there in Baxter Village. And she's just a great human spirit, and I just adore her and love her. And I will be back on track on Monday. I've had a little transition over here with business, so working through that. But I'll be back on Monday, and we're gonna keep going strong. And we'll be there for your opening.
Thanks, Dee Dee.
So cool. So
Oh, and she
cool.
calls me Dee Dee, which was my childhood name, and I love that.
Sherry.
Yes, I want to say good morning to everybody. And Amy, oh my gosh, I did not make it to the workouts in Key West when we were there, but I had the opportunity to talk to Amy just one-on-one a couple times. And even just having a conversation was so interesting to me, just wanting to work out again, wanting to get started. And the great thing about what Amy does, you guys, is when she shares her contact information and different things is, you know, Dee and I live an hour or more away from her. She does her workouts on a Google Meet link. So we're literally in our living rooms or in our, you know, in our own spaces with our weights and our bands and doing the things, right? And Amy is calling you out on the screen like, no, Sherry, do it this way, not that way. You know, she's checking your form. She's encouraging you. She's pushing you. So don't feel like you have to be around Fort Mill, South Carolina to work out with her and get involved in this, you guys, because the motivation she gives and how much better you'll feel about yourself. And you know what? Don't wait till January like the rest of the world is going to, right? Yeah. Let's go right now. Let's go.
Awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
Hey, I'm going to call out one person. Barb, I see Barb on here. Barb is a current client over here. Barb, can you come off mute and tell us a little bit about you and like Train With Cain, how you met me?
Okay. Hi, Amy. So I kind of known Amy for a little bit at gonna just say at another place that I was going. And then I found out she was having she was doing her own thing. So obviously I left that place to come here. I've always worked out my whole entire life. As soon as I dropped my kid off at college, somebody said to me, what are you going to do with the rest of your life, Barb? And it really opened up my eyes. And that's when I started working out. But when I came to Amy, there were two things that I wanted to achieve. One was to do a proper push-up. So yes, Amy, thank you for getting me there after 31 push-ups. The second thing is I want to do one pull-up. I'll be happy with one pull-up. So that's my next goal, to get with Amy, and I know that I will get there. What I love about Amy is, and if you know me, I'm like rolling the eyes, making little comments under my breath, and Amy's like, you can do it, Barb, just do it. No, I can't. Yes, you can do it. And she's very motivational and getting that negativity out of your mind. You know, when you come in there, oh yeah, I can't do that. And once she sets you up with the proper form, you can do it. In the little bit of time, well, not a little, but a couple of months that I've been with you, I have improved so much on so many different things that I have with all other places that I have worked out. And if you want that result sooner rather than later, you got to go with somebody that's like Amy, because you understand if you're doing a bicep curl wrong, no, you got to do it like this, you know, and there's always that correction to make sure whatever you're doing it right.
Correction with love.
Correct. Yeah.
As I say, hate me now, love me later. Hate me now, love me later.
Yes.
Awesome.
Well, thanks, Barbara. I appreciate you coming off mute. Wanted to call you out.
All right. So we're at the end of the show now, but as we wrap up, I do want to read one thing Justin had said. But as Amy's oldest child, I reflect that you are the environment you put yourself in. So if you hang with drunks, you will be a drunk. If you hang with gym folks, You will eventually be fit. Keep going forward. Love you. So I didn't know if you saw that or not, but I definitely wanted to read that. But if you can leave one thing as we wrap up, and we're 1 minute over right now, it's always great to highlight one of our own. And I consider Amy one of our own. She's a part of this family. And I know just hearing everybody talk, how special she is, and an inspiration she is to many, it's awesome. And I was excited to do this with her this morning. And really, that's the reason I immediately said yes, because I saw who it was. But Amy, what will you leave us with today as we go into the weekend?
Guys, it's not just about like building up this new chapter of strength, confidence, and purpose. It's not just about building the bodies, but it's about transforming your mindset and knowing that internal voice is going to always bring out the negative. And that's where you fight it. Even holding that plank, I want to drop that plank because my body's shaking. It's that internal voice that you need to fight, build up that confidence, and say, I'm going to do it. And that's how I'm going to leave you with is do something that you haven't done yet. Feel uncomfortable, because every day that's going to make you grow stronger together as one.
Awesome. Well, Amy, thank you so much for being on here. Thank you for your energy and just who you are. And I appreciate that in you, and you are an inspiration to a lot of folks. So have a good weekend, everybody. Have a good weekend and be back on Monday. I know who's going to be on Monday. I'm the guy. So I'll be running my mouth and getting yayed up and pouring into you. So I enjoy being with you all. You guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you Monday at 8:15 right here. All right. See ya. Bye-bye.
Thanks,
Bye, guys.
Thank you.